Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Dermot's Book Club. So I've just finished Ovid's classic legendary Metamorphoses. So while it's still fresh in my memory, I want to give my thoughts of it. Quite possibly the greatest book I've ever read. Not necessarily the book that I've enjoyed the most, but that's a whole different thing. But in terms of just incredible storytelling, amazing use of language, poetic, epic, and like the scope and ambition of it is incredible. It's literally where he's just decided to record the entire history of the universe and the world, like as they kind of knew it at that time. I think it was written around 8 AD. So he was a Roman writer, Ovid, and it's various books all put together, and it's like termed as a poem, and it's basically lots of transformations, which is where you get the name Metamorphoses. Where like different animals or humans are changing and morphing into something else and getting different body parts from different animals, or but it covers all the kind of great, all the classic Greek myths that we've all, even if you haven't read into them, like you would recognize the names, like Hercules, and I'm sure many people have heard of Jason and the Argonauts, and all those legendary figures like Achilles. There's the Battle of Troy. There's Medea. The one. I think I'm pronouncing the name wrong. The one with the snakes in her hair. It's like the centaurs and the Cyclops and the centaur in the maze, and what do you call the ones where it's half horse, half man? I forget the name. Or maybe that is a centaur. And yeah, it's just, it's incredible. Like, it's just amazing. The thing, I was just thinking to myself towards the end, as I was almost finished, I was thinking, it's probably that kind of writing and that kind of art form is probably one of the closest we have to actually sort of trying to get into the mind of, or get a sense of, like 2,000 years ago in Rome. I'm not saying that obviously Ovid wasn't like a typical average person, because he was a genius orator and writer and poet, whatever you want to call him. It's a bit weird kind of using terms like when the book was released, as if it's like 880, as if it was like the way we talk about the new Harry Potter book released in Waterstones or whatever. It's like, and when it's published and stuff. I don't even know what they were reading on back then. Like was it what was it? Paragus, or what do you call it? Paragus or whatever. I'm not too sure. I need to actually research that. If you're interested in classic literature, I would definitely recommend it. If you're interested in just incredible works of art, like the way people go to see the Mona Lisa, or the Sistine Chapel ceiling, or the statue of David, and the people read like the Bible or Lord of the Rings, like all that, and Shakespeare, and just if you're interested in that kind of cultural monuments, those massive, incredibly influential pieces of work. Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, like we don't really have, we don't really have we don't really have any, or maybe a tiny bit of music from the time of Ovid, which is basically around the time of Jesus, to be honest, and then just a little bit after he died. Um, and obviously we don't have paintings from then. We don't have obviously we don't have all the new forms of art that we have nowadays. But so it's probably kind of the closest you can really come to kind of breathing in the kind of air of that time. And as I say, like, not that Ovid was like the typical person, like, but just to get into the mindset of just to try to get into the mindset of a human being who lived 2,000 years ago. It's fascinating. But yeah, it's as I say, it's possibly the greatest book that I've ever read. Masterpiece. Like, I was actually really pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it, because in recent years, actually, well, it's been longer than recent years. Actually, it's been quite a while where I've been mostly kind of reading non-fiction, and anytime I would kind of dip into fiction, I would find that I would kind of, I don't know, I would kind of struggle to get into it as like and enjoy it as much, and get engrossed into it to then go through the whole thing and finish it, like I would with non-fiction. But this book, Ovid, Metamorphoses, I just loved it. Like, absolutely loved it. I mean, it's an epic poem. It's an incredible book. I would definitely read. I would say everyone should read it at least once in their life. So, another tick off my cultural bucket list on my one-way ticket highway to heaven. I want to experience all these amazing cultural things before I go. And yeah, with cinema and like things like documentaries, and with music, and even a little bit with painting, definitely with music, I think I'm like A star. Like, I'm almost completed Schubert's complete works, done Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, all the complete works, and like I've listened to every different type of music from any genre and any country and any time period from that you can imagine. I feel it's almost like I've kind of completed music. I know that sounds arrogant and a bit snobbish, but yeah, but yeah, literature and classic works like this one, that's something that I'm way behind in. I need to do a lot of catching up, and obviously enjoy it. Like, and I really enjoyed that one. Masterpiece.